Hello to you all, this is Oromia Broadcasting Network News. I'm Thomas Kamulat with the latest story of the House. The House of People's Representatives have discussed, approved a draft law prepared to define the power and the duties of executive organs. Ricardo Brown reports.
In its third-year session, first regular meeting, House of People's Representatives has discussed the newly prepared proclamation on power and duty of executive body of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed has presented the draft of the new prepared proclamation. The Premier said that the newly prepared reform is aimed to ensure sustainable peace and security of the country.
In the past few years' reforms, our people have been asking us to ensure sustainable peace and security in the country. On the other hand, they also need rapid economic development and a fair economic distribution. They have also been asking us to keep human and democratic rights of the citizens. Giving swift service which is free from corruption is another demand of Ethiopian people. So we are obliged to restructure our reforms in order to give services which save the country's expense. Accordingly, organizations have got due attention to be improved after we have discussed with different stakeholders for the last 5 months.
Some members of the House have also raised different questions on the presented new structure of reforms.
According to the new structure, there are many organizations which brought together, but it is difficult to join them and bring success within a short period of time. What is governmental readiness in this regard?
The new structure will answer our people's questions which have been asking us at different times. However, in my opinion, it couldn't focus on forest and environmental protection, she said. Before this, Industrial Park Commission was responsible for Investment Commission. It has been solved the complaint between investors and the commission, but now it has direct responsibility. So how can the complaint will be solved? Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed has responded to the questions raised from the House. He said that the reform has been prepared based on the public demands.
Our people have been raising different questions on the government structures. There are some organizations which have been doing their work properly, but most of them need reforms. If the organizations are not trusted by the public, they do not have any chance to serve them. So we have decided to make this reform after deep discussions to serve our people properly.
The House of People's Representatives approved a new cabinet proposed based on the draft law by Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed. From the newly appointed ministers, 10 of them are women. Suricha Kabanicha reports.
House of People's Representatives has approved the appointment of 20 cabinets of ministry presented by Ethiopian Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed. The House also approved the number of cabinets to downsize from 28 to 20. Accordingly, Mufariat Kamil, the former Speaker of House of People's Representatives, appointed as a Minister of Peace for the newly organized ministry, Fatlawork Gabrexavier as a Minister of Trade and Industry, Engineer Aisha Muhammad as a Minister of Defense, the former Minister of Government Communication Affairs Ministry, Ahmed Sherde, appointed as Finance and Economy Minister, Umar Hussein as a Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Ergogo Tesfaye, appointed as a Minister of Social and Labor Affairs Ministry, Adanech Abebe as a Revenue Minister, Dr. Fitsum Asefa as a Minister of Planning and Development Commission Ministry, Hirut Weldamayam as a Science and Higher Education Minister, Dr. Tlai Gete appointed as a Minister of Education, Yalam Tsaggai appointed as a Minister of Women, Children and Youth, the former Vice Mayor of Finfinne Siri, Dagmar Moges, also appointed as Transport Minister, Dr. Engineer Getachew Mekria, who was the Minister of Science and Technology, appointed as Innovation and Technology Minister, Jinterar Abai appointed as a Minister of Urban Development and Construction, Dr. Samuel Hurko as a Minister of Mines and Petroleum, Dr. Hirut Kasau as a Minister of Culture and Tourism. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed on the appointment said that the new cabinets are expected to be loyal to citizens and abstain from corruption.
ዛሬ ማቀርባችሁ የካቢኔ አባላት የኢትዮጵያ ሕዝብና የኢትዮጵያ መንግስት ጥቂት ጉዳዮች ከናንተ ይፈልጋል።
Member of Cabinets, I'm going to present you for an appointment. Ethiopian people and government expecting some issue from you. The first, hating cheating. The one who believes in thieves is very bad culture, and who do not thief it is people. Not only this, Ethiopian people needs who wisely use the resource they provided him and effectively invest on development.
Dr. Abiy underscored that the criteria used in the appointment process was their individual capacity, work experience, educational background, and their motive to lead reform.
ዛሬ ለጸደቁት 20 የካቢኔ አባላት እንደ መነሻ
The criteria used in the appointment process are: first, their capacity to lead the ever-started reform, experience, and educational background. The second is that in the last 20 years, this parliament repeatedly asked to increase the number of women in the cabinet. Due to this, in our country, for the first time, and maybe as a continent for the first time, from 20 members of cabinets, 10 are women, which accounts as 50%. The House of People's Representatives has accepted the resignation request of the Speaker of House of People's Representatives, Muferiat Kamil. Muferiat Kamil has been serving as Speaker of House of People's Representatives for the last few months till her resignation. She is also chairperson of the Southern Ethiopian People's Democratic Movement. Hereafter, she is appointed as a Minister of Peace. Muferiat is appointed to the position based on her outstanding performance. Tagesu Chafo, who was former Ministry of Public Service and Human Resource Development, is appointed as the Speaker of House of People's Representatives. Olmo Baina reports. Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed, accompanied by Eritrean President Isaias Afwerki, have visited a magnificent scan of Gibe waterfall. Nearby residents have warmly welcomed them at the very site of the wonderful waterfall. Olma Baina takes up Lama Gamadas reports.
Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed and the President of Eritrea, Isaias Afwerki, has visited Gibe Waterfall of Sakachokorsa district of Jimma Zone. Gibe Waterfall is one of the most tourist attraction sites of the zone. It has also been contributing a lot for electric power of the country. Residents of the zone have warmly welcomed the delegation upon their arrival at site of Gibe Waterfall. They have also appreciated the visit, adding it has its own contribution on the development of their environment.
This waterfall helps us even as a recreation area. Anybody can come and enjoy it. Today we feel happy because Dr. Abiy has come here with President Isaias Afwerki to visit this beautiful site.
I'm very happy that President Isaias has visited this very magnificent waterfall. This shows that we have great tourist attraction site that could be visited, so we should protect and use it properly, she said. They have also said the waterfall is source for Gibe hydroelectric power.
This waterfall is best for Gibe 1, 2 and 3 electric powers, but it hasn't get protections and recognitions as expected.
There are many people who haven't visited this site even being around here. It is source of income if it is protected well, so we are happy to see this event, she said.
Thank you so much for joining us. That's all for now. Have a good time.